Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Eating While Broke. I'm your host, Colleen Witt, and today we have very special guest, actor Kris D. Lofton in the building.
What's up? What's up? Thank you for having me.
I'm so excited to have you. And from the 5 or 10 minutes I got to know you, you are a real man in the kitchen.
I try to be. I just try to do what I can do when I can do it. That's just really what I do.
He's a real man in the kitchen. He was showing me videos and pictures, and I was trying to steal some recipes. And like most cooks, he was holding it close to the vest. Like, don't worry about if I put it in the air fryer or not. I'm like, hey, I didn't even ask you how you season it.
You got to relax. You got to relax just a little bit. You got to crawl before you walk. We're going to get that, though. I don't think our relationship is quite there just yet.
Trust me. When I try food, I literally, if I go to a restaurant, something's really good, I'm the type, I'll go home and I'll say, I think I know what they did or what seasoning, and I'm going to try that.
Oh, yes. No, that just happened to me. I was in Dallas. Like, now when I be making some wings, like, bro, I went in the back. I made them go get the damn chef out the kitchen. I said, excuse me, ma'am, I'm going to need to talk to you. I need 5 seconds of your time. Ma'am, what the hell did you put on them wings? I said, the glaze. How did you do it? What did you do?
Oh, you'll ask the questions. I'll be sitting there guessing. I'm going to start asking.
I was like, oh, okay. So I said, okay, you put maple brown sugar and honey and butter. That's the base, because otherwise, where you get the glaze from? And then what did you do? She was like, you be cooking? I was like, I'm asking you for a reason, lady.
Wow.
What did you do?
What I find interesting about you saying this is that when I was trying to peep, what'd you do with them wings? You was hella like protective.
That's just because you ain't had a chance to experience them for yourself. See,
so once I take a bite, then I
if you take a bite, I may or may not award you that information. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But I feel like until you've had them yourself, I don't want you going home trying to emulate some shit you ain't never had. That's kind of where I'm coming from with that. So it's like, nah, you just relax. You come eat them. And then once you eat them, then I'll kind of give you some tips. I think we good.
Okay. Well, what will you be having me eat today?
Today, we're going to take it back a little bit. This was like, this meal right here, I remember this, boy, especially with just bread. We're going to eat some chili dogs, a little hood chili dog. I like to call it a hood nigga chili dog.
A hood. So, by the way, I talked to your publicist, and she was saying there's a such thing as chili with no beans. Is that really real? Is that a such thing?
There is, but I don't like chili with no beans.
Okay. When she mentioned it, I said, please don't even hint to him that there's a chili with no beans.
No, this got the beans, right?
This has no.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
By the way, whenever there's red meat, I switch it out with turkey. So,
you fine? You one of those?
Well, no,
You assume that the actors are, or you are?
No,
or you assume that the guests are?
It's that I'm allergic to red meat. So I used to like ignore it all the time, and then I was like, "Oh, you're too old to pretend like you're not allergic to something."
Okay, understood.
So now I switch it out,
Perfect.
and then and I know turkey isn't gonna be as good as beef and pork, but that's what I've been doing.
We fine.
We're gonna try it together.
No, it's gonna be good. Okay. We ain't worried about that.
So what's in the ingredients?
Honestly, for me, and remember we talked earlier a little bit offset. We talked about the curveballs that may or may not take place. And honestly, I'm thinking this is all I need. Honestly, right here, the seasonings you got me together. This is really all I need. This the Hormel chili though. I like this one.
All right, so list it out for all our listeners.
I like this one, the Hormel chili. The hot dog, it could be the hot dog of your choice. It don't have to be Oscar Mayer. This the kind of expensive brand. You went all out. That was like the $5.49, $6.49 pack at the Ralph's. You ain't need to do that. See, for the people at home, when you really broke, if you eating while broke, they do got some hot dogs for $2. Trust me, I know where they at. I know which aisle to go. You just got to reach behind these Oscar Mayers.
Okay.
No shit
They're
with
like
a commercial.
On a lower shelf. Or
something?
You
don't need hot dogs that got a commercial for this. You know what I'm saying? You can just get a hot dog.
Your style.
Yeah, you don't need that. You don't need that for this. But I appreciate the gesture. But you don't necessarily need it. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You could have saved about $3.39 right there. Okay. But that's cool. Okay. And the cheese is very, very optional because that's my curveball. I don't rock with cheese.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not in situations like this. My thing is.
So it's just the Hormel chili in a can and a hot dog.
And a hot dog. Yeah, I don't like cheese.
You were specific. You didn't want buns. You wanted the sliced bread.
Yeah, because if we eating while broke, who the hell just got hot dog buns or hamburger buns laying around? That's very intentional. It's like, nigga, are we barbecuing soon? Did we just barbecue? Like, you don't just have hot dog buns and hamburger buns, I don't think. But you might have some bread.
I love that you're really making me experience what you experienced when you were broke.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hell,
Take me there.
That might not even be broke. That could have been yesterday. Shit, like we on strike for all of you.
That is true. That is true.
Shit, the white bread. Who just really for real? If you really think about it, you ain't finna open your cabinet right now probably and see hot dog buns.
No. And if I do order hot dog buns, it'll be the day that
you about to make some Italian sausage or some hot dogs or some bratwurst or some hot links. It's a very like by case basis with the buns. You know what I'm saying? You got to be intentional with your buns. Is all I'm saying.
Well, while we being intentional, why don't you start cooking for me?
All right, let's do it real quick.
Since I'm gonna be taking all the way back
there. All right, real
there.
quick. Yeah. I'm gonna do a little bit like this. I'm gonna see. I like that. You got to see. Even though it's a hot dog and you don't really need to do the most.
You adding a whole lot of salt to that water.
You got to.
You can put a saltwater fish in that salt water.
It really need to be more than that if we're being honest. I ain't gonna lie to you. Should I turn this back on now?
Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna do it low though because we kind of.
Okay, so you boiling the hot dogs first.
Yeah, and we gonna. How many you want though? That's the question.
I just want one.
You just want one? I'm gonna do my best, even though I'm gonna do this first. Let's hit this. Well,
little hand sanitizer.
Yeah,
okay.
Little sandy real quick. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got the sitchy. I wish I had a towel to throw over, but we cool.
Okay.
I wish I had a little towel to throw over. I'm gonna try to do you like this, but it's real simple. We ain't gonna hurt nobody. That's what we not gonna do. You just want one?
Yeah, I just want one.
So I'm gonna go one with you then. That's all we need.
Okay.
I'm gonna go one with you.
Actually, make an extra one for pictures later.
Okay, for sure. One more. One for the pictures.
One for the pictures.
One for the pictures. And we're gonna just boil that thing. It ain't gonna take too long.
Okay.
It ain't gonna take too long.
Do you watch to see if it like busts open? Is that when you know it's boiled to completion?
I do like it. I do like it to break a little bit.
Yeah, that's how I am.
I do like it to break a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do like to break.
It's fun talking to a guy that's in the kitchen. You'd be like,
yeah.
Are you sure you know how to cook for real?
I actually do like it to break for real, for real. That's how I am. Like even if I was making these on the if I was making these hot dogs on the grill or something, I want the blackest, burnest one on there, or don't give it to me. Really? Yeah. If we barbecuing.
Okay.
I want the burnt hot dog.
I don't want the burnt, but I want it to be.
I want my hot dog to be black. If it's on the grill, I want the black one. I want the one with the damn bubbles on the side because it's been on there so long. That's the one I want.
Okay.
With the sweet baby rays, and we're gonna go crazy.
Okay.
If you're picking up what I'm putting down. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So then you're gonna heat the chili.
Yep, I'm gonna heat the chili. I was gonna let it get a look. I could just do this. It ain't that deep with this. We can just do that.
So take me back to what was going on when you were eating canned chili and some hot dogs.
Shit, man, life was what was going on because I was one of them kids. Let's start here. I got emancipated when I was 17.
Okay.
So
like legally emancipated?
Yeah.
That's really hard to do, by the way.
Yeah.
Your parents had to have been.
They just signed it. It wasn't no fight back. Wasn't nothing like that. They signed. And it wasn't because it wasn't on no like Macaulay Culkin shit. Fuck you, mom and dad. It wasn't nothing like that. It wasn't like I hate you. Were
you trying to get like into college for cheaper or something? Like
nah, it was because one day my mom just decides to walk in the house and say, "Hey, I'm moving to Georgia and not Atlanta. I'm moving to Georgia, and I'm from Chicago. It's my senior year of high school. I'm still playing sports. I was a big football, baseball player. I'm thinking I'm still going to the NFL or the MLB." So I'm like, you're not taking me out of school my senior year to move to Bumblefuck, Georgia? It's not going to fucking happen. It's just not going to happen. And then she was like, yep. So I quit my job. I cashed in my 401k and I'm putting the house on the market and we moving to Georgia. I said, nigga,
where was your dad at the
Georgia.
time?
He was there.
And he was with it?
He said, I'll do it if that's what she want to do. And he really did it. And I said, oh, well, and I got a sister. I ain't got no other siblings. I got an older sister. I said, well, y'all niggas are moving to Georgia. I ain't going nowhere. And then I was an actor already too. I was already like doing TV shows and movies and trying to really get it cracking. I'm like, man, I got an agent here. This is my senior year sports. I'm not going nowhere. I'm getting recruited and scouts coming. And I'm like, you crazy as hell if you think I'm gonna move to Georgia. And I said, well, y'all can go. I'm staying. And that's how it happened.
Did you end up moving in with your sister or something?
No, I live by myself. I have my own apartment.
At 17?
Mm-hmm.
How are you paying for it? No, I like that. Tell me. Take me back.
She said, take you.
Yo, I like you.
Yeah. Nah, so my uncle, I was lucky enough that my uncle had one of my uncles, who will remain nameless for the sake of this story.
Okay.
My uncle, for the sake of this story, he had a little fun house, if you will, but he was in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like his little dope house.
Okay.
But he would have fun there too. It was
Okay.
it was a house that his family didn't even know existed, but it was literally 8 minutes away from their family home.
That's hilarious. And his family didn't know.
Nobody, kids, wife, nobody knew.
So like some guys have a man cave. He had a whole
apartment.
When I hear fun house, the way you're saying it, is it like he had a whole apartment with like pinball machines and?
No, it wasn't that, because once again he was in the streets, so it was like the stash house, dope house.
Okay.
Like he would come over there cooking the shit up.
Paying
similar to this,
real.
actually.
Okay.
It was actually a pot similar to this, if we're being real. That's why I never used to cook in there for real.
Okay.
Didn't want to use those dishes.
Okay.
But yeah, so when my uncle, when that happened, I called my uncle and I'm like, yo, Unc, they getting ready to move to Georgia and I don't want to go. Can I come stay with you and I'll just drive? I'm like, I won't tell the school that I moved so I can stay in the district. They don't make me try to like transfer. I'm like, I don't want to leave school. But he lived like 45 minutes away from the school I was going to. So I'm like, I got to make that drive. So I had a little 90 baby blue Toyota Camry. That was my little, I used to call it powder blue. It was a baby blue 90 Toyota Camry, damn seatbelts automatically. As soon as you started up, coming on, you close the door, one of them type situations. It was one of them. So I had that. And I just used to drive 45 minutes from one city to the other. But I lived there and he had that apartment. So he still made me pay rent, but not all of it. He just made me pay like $500. But
and you were you working for him to pay it? Or?
Yeah. But not like crazy. He used to have me like driving and doing little stupid shit that I probably shouldn't have been doing.
And your parents were cool. They knew that your game plan was moving with the uncle.
Yeah, they knew.
They were comfortable with it.
But my pops knows my uncle. So my pops was like, hey, be cool.
Okay.
And my pops knows me. So he's like, hey, I know you down there with your uncle. Be cool. But mind you, like I said, I'm 2,000 miles away. They in Georgia. I'm in Chicago. And the only reason I got emancipated was because I was supposed to do this movie called Gridiron Gang. You remember that movie with The Rock? Where he was coaching the football team for them kids in like the home in jail? I was supposed to have a main role in that movie. They flew me out to LA from Chicago and everything. And I was supposed to be cast as one of the lead roles in that movie. But my mom wouldn't sign a contract because they wanted me to drop out of high school, take the GED test so they can work me like an adult so I wouldn't have to be tutored on set all that time and waste their time. And my mama was like, oh yeah, hell no. My son, he's getting a diploma. He's not going to get no GED and you're going to want to go to prom. You want to do this, da-da-da. So she turned it down and they flew my black ass right back to Chicago like, all right. Brought in somebody who was of age. So when they chose to move to Georgia, that's when I said, well, hey, in case something like that happens again, and I'm about to be 18 within a couple months, within a year anyway, let me make that decision. Don't take no money out of my pocket and out of my life, and you're not even here helping me.
Now, I'm just curious. Take me back, because for a 17-year-old kid, you seem to be extreme levels of driven. Like, how did you start getting into acting? But like before, I mean, you obviously started before the age of 17. Like, were your parents holding your hand, or did you just start hustling it on your career on your own?
I just got lucky, honestly. Right place, right time. I didn't want to be no actor. I didn't even know nothing about it. All I cared about was sports. And then at one point, it was the streets. And then at another point, it was rapping. That was all I cared about.
How'd you get the approach of acting?
Yeah, so the acting thing happened. I think these low-key are good. Some of them is busting, but we can let it sit a little bit. But with the acting, I just heard something on the radio in Chicago. I heard something on the radio. They was like, yo, it's some people in town looking for some young black boys that know how to play baseball. And I was like, well, shit, mama, I'm young, I'm black, and I know how to play baseball. Take me to the radio said, let's do it. Yeah. And I went, and it was an open call audition for a movie. And I didn't even know it was a movie. I thought it was honestly a baseball tryout. Because they was, I'm like, it must be a hell of a traveling team if they talking about it on the radio. This shit got to be lit. This got to be what's up. Hell of a traveling team. So I'm like, yo, moms, take me. She takes me, and then it ended up being a movie audition. I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to be in no movie. And my mama like, boy, I done drove your ass about an hour away from home. You better go in there and see what the white people want. You never know. She said, you at least go see what the white people want, son. And I was like, you're actually right, mama. We should go see what the white people want. So
I love how you guys, let's go see what these white people are talking
exactly.
about.
That's literally the conversation me and my mama had.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see what these white people want. And from there, they handed me a script. And was like, yo, read this. But when you read it, try to act like you're not reading it. Act like you're talking to your friends right on the baseball field. It's just you and your friends outside. How would you say it? And I was like, nigga, I would go like this. And I was like, okay, great. No, love it. We'll be in touch. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Whatever. I'm 10. I'm like 10, 11
You
years
were
old.
only 10, 11.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a kid. I don't know shit. I'm like, all right, okay. And I left. And then 3 months go by and they really called. Like, hey, this is Brian Robbins with Paramount Pictures. We're looking for Chris Lofton, for the parents of Christopher Lofton. We're looking for him. Yeah, he's going to be in a movie with Keanu Reeves. Yes, that's right. The guy from The Matrix. Indeed, what we're going to do here, we're going to need a school involved. Can we get this and this and this? He's going to be tutored. Don't you worry, man. We'll take great care of him. What I'm going to need from you now is do you have a fax machine? Are you near a fax machine? Can you get to a fax machine? I was like, what the fuck is going on? And then all of a sudden, I was in a movie.
And okay,
and I've been acting ever since. And that was 25 years ago.
And what was your mom's initial response when she heard about all of this?
My mom was like, wow. Because she was like, it was crazy because somebody at her job also had told her about that open call, but I guess she didn't even think nothing of it, or she had forgot, because when I mentioned it to her, I was like, Ma, I heard something that the radio said. After we finally get there, she was like, oh, this must be what my friend at work was telling me that I should take you to because you play baseball. They was auditioning. He had read it in the paper. And she was like, and I didn't even mention it to you. And I'm like, well, look what happened anyway. I heard it for myself, and she took me, and then that was it.
So did you enjoy acting? So how old were you when you were in that movie?
I filmed it. I auditioned when I was 10. We filmed it when I was 11. It came out when I was like 12.
Okay. And then what was that experience? Was it good for you? It was good enough to keep pursuing, right?
Yeah. No, that was the greatest experience ever to me. I don't think I'll ever have that much fun again filming anything.
Why?
Just for the simple fact that it was so new and so fresh. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know nothing. I didn't know anything. I didn't know nothing about the business. I ain't know nothing. So to me, I don't feel like I'll ever get that experience again to where it being so fresh and so new. You know what I'm saying?
I heard sometimes people say that the industry can be like you're constantly chasing that high of that first experience. Do you feel, well, it seems like you actually know that you'll never get that experience again, but do you ever fall into the trap of wanting to feel that high again?
Yeah, okay. You want to know what's crazy? I was talking with one of my castmates from Power, and we were talking about it. And we were like, bro, we had to check ourselves because it gets a little scary. I'm making yours first. You want cheese?
Yeah, yes,
you
please.
Do? Yes, ma'am?
Yes.
You want some cheese?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
You're so well-mannered. I'm taken back, guys. Off camera, he would, like, I opened the door and he was like, don't. Yeah. I'm gonna open it first and walk. Just for everybody to listen of how he is when the camera's not rolling.
Yeah.
He made sure that he held the door open for me.
He made sure. Yeah,
which isn't common in LA, by the way. These guys nowadays, they watch you carry a whole house.
Yeah, that's why I ain't from LA though, so we good. We good. We ain't gotta worry about that.
So share what was going on with your castmate in the story.
Oh yeah, so I was just talking to him because we was in Chicago, and I'm from Chicago, so I went with 50 on his tour. I went to a couple dates on his tour that he's doing, the Final Lap tour, and Chicago, my home city. Personally, I like a little boom, just a little. You know,
you're
what I'm
hilarious. I know you wasn't doing this when you was broke. You just trying to show off that. But
we making it. I love gourmet ratchet. Shout out to my boy.
What did you just sprinkle on it?
Little Italian seasoning.
A little Italian seasoning.
I wish it was oregano, but it's cool. Yeah,
we had oregano.
No, I know, but it's cool. Okay, I was gonna get both the Italian seasoning. The oregano just give it a little bit more of a seasoning. The Italian seasoning kind of.
I love this.
A little different, but it's cool. Let me just get it off the hot eyes, even though they off. We're gonna just get it away because it's still a hot top. You understand what I'm saying? Now we back sitting down.
So wait, before we even try this, I want to hear this conversation.
Yeah, so 50, I'm in Chicago at the United Center. Like I said, I'm from Chicago, so it's dope. I'm like, bro, to be back in Chicago, I remember being broke as hell, couldn't get tickets to Bulls games. And like now, I'm calling the people who work for the United Center, and they comping me suites to invite 20 of my friends. And I'm really in the United Center treating it like the Trap. Like I'm walking through the United Center smoking backwoods. And I'm like, I'm like, boy, what? Walking through the back door where Jordan walk in, like smoking backwoods, telling them what to do. I'm like, nigga, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Right. And then 50 brings us on stage when he's performing the Power theme song. He brings like all us and a bunch of the cast on stage in Chicago, my home city. I'm lit. I'm like, damn, right? And then I'm talking to one of my castmates, and he was like, yeah, dude, it's fucking scary. And I was like, right. Because I knew what he was talking about. He's like, yeah, bro. When I got off the stage, it was just like, oh, yeah, that was cool. What else?
Wow.
And to me, that's the scary part. That's the like.
Why is it scary for you?
Because to me, like, I fear becoming so comfortable and used to things that I once thought were the most amazing in the world.
Wait, say that again?
Like, I fear becoming comfortable and used to things that I used to think would be the dopest and coolest thing in the world. But now, because I'm in it, I've gotten so used to it that it just don't even hit me the same, like feeling nothing in that moment. Like, like it wasn't like, oh my God, 50 Cent brought me out on stage in Chicago at the United Center. I can't believe this. It was like, all right, cool. No, that was cool. Let's go.
And that's literally how it felt to you that day?
In the moment, it was, I think I felt more excited before I got out there. But when it actually happened, I was just like, oh, this was up. And then and then when it was over, it was just like, oh yeah, that did happen, huh? That was cool. No, that was cool. Did you have fun? Yeah, I had a good time.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, I had a good time. But because I done got so fake spoiled by the experiences. And that's what scares me. To me, it's a very slippery slope in this business. That's what keeps you, to me, level and even killed. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay, never get too high, never get too low. I don't never take myself or this shit too serious because I really don't give a shit about, honestly, like, I'm not that guy. I'm not a thespian. I didn't go to acting school. I didn't go to college to be an actor. I don't do plays. I'm just a nigga from the west side of Chicago that just so happens to know how to act, and I fucked around and got good at it.
Okay.
And also fucked around and fell in love with it. So now that's the scary part because now I like this shit.
Now, I would imagine that this industry can be scary too because some of it is in your control and some of it isn't in your control. Well, a lot of it, I would imagine, is in my control,
to be
right?
honest. I don't think none of it is.
So how do you handle the waves of hot and cold? I mean, I'm sure you've had hot and cold in your career, right?
Oh, my whole career was cold. It's just
it was cold until power?
Damn near. Nah, I've had mild successes. Like, I ain't gonna say that. And I've done a lot of dope shit. I got a hellified resume, but it wasn't nothing that really moved the needle for real. Like, I don't feel like I started moving the needle until I got to LA. When I got to LA, when I made that decision, I did the cliche shit. One-way ticket, $300 in a backpack. I'm moving to LA to be an actor. I did that shit. Like, in real life, I did it. So, like I'm the nigga that did that dumb shit that you see on TV. How old were you
when you did that?
What, 27? Because, I'm 35 now. I've been out here 8 years.
Okay.
So I came out here when I was 27. And like I said, I was sleeping when I first got here. 2-bedroom house, 4 niggas. There was already a nigga on the couch, so I couldn't even get the couch. I was sleeping on the floor on a beanbag in my homie's room.
Okay.
It was to wake up in Reseda. I used to wake up every day, hop on the orange line to the red line, get off on Hollywood and Highland, stand out there on Hollywood and Highland in front of them steps selling hoverboards. That's what I did for the first 6-7 months.
Okay. First
6-7 months I was in LA. I was standing out there selling goddamn hoverboards. And then my homie, who I used to live with, he worked for Apple, the actual Apple store. And Apple actually gives a shit about their employees, apparently, because they used to give their employees like bus passes with money on it every month if you didn't have a car. But he had just recently got a car and they never stopped loading the money for him. So he was like, hey, bro, I got this little car that Apple be giving me. It's probably like 100 something on there worth of bus shit. If you need to get around, you can have it. And they load that shit every month. They ain't turned it off yet. I'm like, what? So nigga, I used to, when I was up there selling the hoverboards and them shits wasn't really popping like that, I would dip down the stairs to the Hollywood and Highland stop and catch people about to go to the bus thing and buy them little venture cars or little cards or whatever, and they putting a 50 in the machine or a 20. I'd be like, whoa, hey, nigga, hey. Hey, I will load $20 on that for you if you give me $10 in cash right now.
Wow.
Just so I'm like, I know I need to buy weed. I got to eat today. I ain't got no money. I'm not doing shit. I'm like, bro, you putting 50 in there, bro. Give me $25, $30. I will load it with 50. Look, it's not a joke. Here, look, I'll swipe it for $1 right now. I'm not kidding. Look, it works. It goes through. Look, here's a $1 card. If you don't want it, at least you got a free ride on me. And that's how I would pitch it. Wow. And I would be selling down there, standing with that Apple card that he gave me, catching people. And that's how I get my little
pocket change.
My little pocket change.
Okay. So you're a real hustler.
Yeah. I was out there selling them damn hoverboards and then, touristy shit on Hollywood Boulevard. So I catch them parents with their kids. And this one, hoverboards that kind of first got popular.
I remember when they was real popular.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is what, 2015.
Yeah.
So like, I would catch them parents walking with their little kids and I would pray on that. I'd be like, hey, I'll let your son ride around Hollywood Boulevard one time or I'll teach him how to ride it right here, $5. $5, he can ride around the strip one time and bring it back. And I just watch him. You can't go any further than this. Or I would ride one next to him so he wouldn't steal my shit. And just,
Wow.
And I would do that. So I would like give him like rides on Hollywood Boulevard.
Where were you who are you selling these hoverboards for? Your homie?
Yeah, so my homie, he used to sell weed, right? And I'm like, I have no capital. I have no money. I'm poor. And I was like, but I had found somebody. I had basically found the plug on the scooters.
Okay.
I'd found our plug, right? But I just ain't had no money. I'm like, bro, you know niggas is fucking with these scooters. I said, bro, I got a lady who will give me these scooters for only like $240 a scooter, nigga. And they was going for like $500, $600 at the time. And I'm like, bro, she'd give them to me for like $220, $240. But the catch is I gotta buy 10, nigga. I can't buy 10. And I said, bro, I can't buy 10. He was like, nigga. I said, but bro, I promise you I can get them bitches sold. I will stand outside every day and sell them. I'm just curious,
did you end up like the Pursuit of Happiness where he was walking in an apartment and they was looking at the scooters like, damn.
No, basically, no, you want to know what's crazy? It did take me, at first, it took a minute, but then once I started selling one, I sold over and over. Then it just started going because they got popular, but it was hard to sell them like standing on the street because 3 doors down was an actual storefront that sold them. So people would always look like I was being... like kind of, you know what I'm saying? But I really had them. But I remember my Pursuit of Happiness moment, though, with those scooters was, I remember, like, because my friends used to be like, bro, you ain't scared somebody gonna try to rob you for them scooters? Because, like I said, I'm taking the bus and trains. And, nigga, I would be riding one hoverboard, carrying 3 boxes of them alone.
Oh, my God.
Midnight, 1 a.m, like on Hollywood and Highland, or taking it to the Orange Line, carrying 3 scooters though. Like, I'm like, bro, shit, nigga gonna try me, They just, we okay. We gonna figure it out together.
I thought you were gonna say your Pursuit of Happiness moment was when hoverboards all of a sudden went out of style. And I remember people selling them things for like $100.
Yeah, no, facts. Facts. No, by that time I stopped doing it and got a real job. I only did that for like 6-8 months.
Okay. So you didn't experience the demise of the hoverboards?
No, not while I was still selling them. Like,
I know a couple of us got hit with, oh shit, these things aren't being bought anymore.
Yeah, nah. By that time I was working at the 24-hour fitness in Woodland Hills.
Okay.
I was working there. Yeah.
Okay, let's try this dish.
Oh, let's do it. Let's see.
All right. This is my first.
You ain't never had no chili dog shit?
I think this is my first homemade chili dog.
Okay, for sure. Let's do it.
I think I may have tried one at 7-Eleven before. It was terrible.
No, God. I ain't had one of these in a minute. Just hidden. On phone them that just brought back memories.
Yeah? What memory did it trigger?
Just like, it just reminded me that all that fancy shit is cool, but it ain't even hitting like this, bro. And I don't even like, for all of y'all who gonna talk about me for eating a glizzy, let me do this like this.
What is a glizzy? I thought it was the toothpick.
No, my toothpick ain't a glizzy. This is a glizzy.
This is a glizzy?
Mm-hmm.
This is a glizzy?
But it's a chili glizzy.
What does glizzy mean? A hot dog?
Yeah, glizzy is a hot dog or any penis-shaped food. Any penis-shaped food is, but really a hot dog is a glizzy, but it could be an Italian sausage.
That's why you turned around away from the camera, because you didn't want to eat penis-shaped food in the camera? So let me guess, when you get ice cream, you don't lick it, you bite it. I do the same, I ain't gonna lie. But I do it because, you know.
No, see, I'm done already.
You're hilarious. I'm so glad we have you on camera turning away because you didn't want to put a glizzy. A glizzy. I like saying it the other way though because it sounds more dramatic.
But I just know that with your audience, they definitely, somebody gonna say something in the comments about not y'all eating glizzies. Now he on here eating a glizzy. Somebody gonna say it. It's 2023 in the black community.
So when you're at a barbecue and you
fucking a glizzy up, I don't care.
In front of people?
Don't give a fuck.
You literally turned your back.
That's because this is for the world. Okay. If it was just for niggas, fuck them. I'm gonna eat it. Like a barbecue.
But you don't want like a person outside of a black person seeing you eat a hot dog?
Outside of a black person? No.
Yeah, because you said at a barbecue you don't mind eating them.
Yeah, because I feel like it's a very isolated event. It's situational. It's not like on camera for the world to see and just be commented about amongst platform.
Yo, I'm never gonna forget glizzy for the rest of my life.
I'm surprised you didn't know that already.
Eat a hot dog, I'm like, gonna be like, yo,
if I showed you videos
stick that glizzy in your mouth in front of everybody in this room,
bro. And
then someone's gonna be like, "What's a glizzy?" I'm gonna be like, "It's a food that's shaped like a penis."
Yeah, bro. Like they be having like glizzy cam on the internet. Like if you go on TikTok or something like that, and they be catching they'll catch a dude eating a hot dog, and then somebody be zooming in on him, and then he'll look at the camera and be like, "Oh," he'll start laughing. Like it's like
yo, you got to take a bite on camera.
I did my first bite. I'll eat another one because this shit was just good.
You literally turned around, was like,
"No, this shit."
So you were saying that this can hang with the more expensive dishes in your life?
Not necessarily hang with it, but what I'm saying is the feeling that I get from eating
this bread is falling apart. Is there like a time limit when you eat these?
I don't know. See, I would have been ate it. We did let it sit for a while.
No, I'm saying the bread can't handle this.
Oh, maybe I put too much on your situation, but I don't know. I actually don't mind it, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah. All right, so here you go. You want the on camera? It's okay. This gonna be a meme though. You just know that you
put the glizzy in your mouth.
No, I don't fucking see. You
put
can't.
The glizzy in your mouth.
See, now you gotta relax. That's crazy. Nah, putting the glizzy in your mouth is crazy. Like I feel like Mason camera right now. Nah, that's crazy. See, you ruined it. No. You ruined it. I was gonna do it.
Okay. No.
I was gonna do it until you said that.
Eat the hot dog.
I can no longer do it.
Okay, eat the hot. I'm gonna make this. I promise you, this is gonna be a little meme, and I'm gonna tag you in it.
If you refrain from using words like "put the glizzy in your mouth," pause.
Can you please eat your hot dog?
Yes, I'll take a bite of the hot dog, of my chili dog, to be more, you know what I'm saying?
But while you're taking a bite, play back what I said to you.
Shut up. See what I'm saying? All right, bet.
All right. Okay, yeah, you ate that.
Yeah, I'm done.
You ate that glizzy pretty good. You know, you took a nice sized bite out of your glizzy.
No. A nice sized bite is crazy.
Nah, you handled that glizzy pretty well.
See, that's what happens when you teach people new things.
You should have never taught me that, because I promise you, every time I see you, I'm going to be like, so how was that glizzy earlier? Oh, yeah, you tearing that glizzy. Yo, he annihilated that glizzy. He gonna teach a class on how to eat glizzies.
Yo, you out of pocket.
I'm so sorry. Oh, look at this. He's enjoying it. He's making sure that there's nothing spilled left over. He eating it all up. Mm-hmm. You enjoyed that glizzy? Okay, back to the story.
Yeah, you funny. Okay.
Yo, for all listeners, please take time out your day and watch him. I'm gonna make sure to post him eating the glizzy and enjoying the glizzy.
Oh yeah.
Opening his mouth wide for that glizzy.
Oh.
He ate it about 3 bites. All right. So going back to the story. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're gonna fast forward to you get emancipated. We're gonna try and find out what happened between you being emancipated and before you moved to LA.
Oh, huh.
Tell me what's going on.
How much time you got on that camera, buddy? No, I'm just playing.
You got like 30 minutes. Give me the highlight reel.
All right, no. So between getting emancipated and that was just like a lot of life, bro. Like I probably moved like 4 different times. I had a very premature and early midlife crisis.
What do you mean?
Like, I feel like most people don't start like panicking to like probably in their 30s or 40s maybe.
I had a panic at like 31.
Yeah.
30, yeah.
See, mine hit like maybe 23, 24. Mine hit early because, like I said, I was already acting since I was 10. Mm-hmm. And then I chose not to go to college. I had a full ride to school to play football and baseball at Grambling.
Football and baseball, I thought you loved those things.
I did, but I turned it down.
Fell in love with acting. Okay.
Then I turned it down to keep acting. And once I found out at the time, they didn't have shit like NIL deals and all that, right? Mm-hmm. So then I remember sitting down with the recruiters and they told me that if I was to go to school under a scholarship to play sports, I couldn't even be in a movie that was about sports because now you're a paid athlete, technically.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Okay.
So when I found that out, I said, oh, well, fuck school.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't even go be a movie pretending to be a baseball player.
And how consistent were you doing acting at the time when you're trying to make this executive decision?
I mean, I wasn't necessarily getting booked all the time, but I had an agent. I was getting auditions all the time. Okay. So I was getting those opportunities to be in baseball, football, basketball movies. Like, yeah,
of course.
I was close to getting Coach Carter. Mm-hmm. But at the time, Robert Richard was the shit. He was just coming off One-on-One and Cousin Skeeter, all that shit. Mm-hmm. Like, he was the man. Mm-hmm. So he ended up getting that role as Samuel L. Jackson's son, even though he light-skinned with green eyes and Samuel L. Jackson black as the fuck. Didn't make any sense, but it made sense then. You know what I'm saying? Course. But I was up for that movie, so I was thinking like that, like, bro, I almost got Coach Carter. I almost got Gridiron Gang. Yeah. And now y'all telling me I can't even do a sports movie if I go to college? Well, fuck y'all.
What were your parents thinking when you made that decision?
My mom at first didn't like it, but she just trusted me, I guess. Okay. But I made it hard for her, though, because I didn't live a very comfortable life. So that's pretty much what took place from the emancipation up until
and
LA.
Your parents aren't like helping you out, sending you some money at the time, or
no? See, my people broke. My people backwoods, but Mississippi.
They moved to Georgia.
Right, not Atlanta, Georgia. They live in the country.
What were they doing out there?
They just living and working.
Okay. And so you're out there and they're just calling and checking in on you.
Yeah, they just calling and checking in. Like, see, I'll be wishing, you know how people say like, man, you know, my family, my parents, they only just give me money. They throw money at problems. And it'd be like, damn, I wish my parents could throw some money at a problem, nigga. I wish.
Please.
Right.
Send the check.
Right. Please, nigga.
I'll come pick it up.
But it's easy for me to say because I didn't have that. So for the people who have the money, but they don't have the love that my family will give or the support, because I know my mom and daddy love the shit out of my black ass. And they still married. I don't come from no broken home, none of that crazy shit. Like that. So that's dope. But for me, it was just a lot of moving around. So I lived in Chicago. I stayed there. Then I left Chicago once the midlife crisis happened, the little early midlife crisis. I moved to Mississippi for a year. Like, I was living in Jackson, Mississippi, because I was like, bro, I don't know how to do shit but act and play sports.
How did Mississippi come into play, though?
Because that's where my family is from, and I got cousins and all that shit down there, and I was...
and how old are you then?
Like, 19.
Okay. So you moved there. Okay.
Yeah, like 19, 20-ish, and then I'm like, bro, I went to Mississippi, and I'm just like, bro, I don't know how to do nothing but act and play sports. I need to learn something else that ain't got shit to do with this industry at all. And I went down there and worked for my cousin who owned a marketing and printing company, and I learned everything about marketing and printing. And, like, you know, now I still got broker weights on, like, everything. I know about satin lamination and UV gloss and all that shit. I know all that shit.
Wow.
Because of that.
Did you also learn, like kind of how to be an entrepreneur and all that, too?
No, that just kind of came because I used to, like, be in the streets. So, like, I still...
I'm the uncle.
Yeah, like I used to be in the streets, and I kind of just, I feel like my approach to the acting industry was I looked at it like a rapper or a drug dealer. I didn't look at it like an actor because I never looked at myself like an actor. So I didn't approach the industry with that mindset. I approached it like, okay, I'm a rapper and I'm trying to sell an album, or I'm trying to sell a mixtape, or I'm a rapper trying to sell some dope, and like you know what I'm saying? So like that's how I looked at it, and that's just kind of how I learned the entrepreneurial stuff, because like, you gotta kind of have an entrepreneurial spirit when you sitting on some stuff that you need to get sold. Even like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the spirit just came through life. And with me, I moved so many places. So I felt like that taught me how to talk to different people from walks of life. Because I did grow up in Chicago, but my family's so country in Mississippi that they raised me with country morals and values. And all my family and cousins are hella country. So I can talk to country people and I can be up north. And then I lived in Louisiana. I lived in Atlanta. I lived in Mississippi. I lived in California. I lived in New Orleans for a little small period of time. So I know so many people from everywhere, and I can talk to different crowds. My mom always used to say, you got to be able to have a conversation with the president and a gang member. And I feel like I can. And both of them gonna look at me like I know what I'm talking about.
I like that. That's some good life skills right there.
Yeah, like I can hold a conversation with the CFO, the CEO, and we can talk about our stock options, and we can talk about trading options, and we can talk about how Tesla's down 30% this quarter. We can talk about all that shit, my nigga, and I know what I'm talking about. We can talk about the bear market or all that.
Are you reading? So my friends make fun of me. I still wake up in the morning and I click on yahoo.com, and my friends are like, oh
yeah, you're ridiculous.
But
you're actually ridiculous.
I'll be just trying to stay a little bit into with the news, or I'll go on Google News.
No.
And I'll
you don't have a Twitter, huh?
I barely know how to use
Twitter. Yeah,
I barely know how to use my iPhone.
Oh yeah, see that's why you think you need to go on Yahoo. If you had Twitter, you wouldn't need that. Twitter is the news. Twitter is CNN.
Twitter is the news.
Twitter is everything you need from CNN, MSNBC.
Isn't it the new X? I see the X.
Yeah, it's the X logo. Yeah, Twitter is my news.
But how do you get the news on there? You just
if you following people.
Okay, so that's how you're keeping up with the world.
If it wasn't for Twitter, I wouldn't know shit. I'd never type in Yahoo. My email is still Yahoo.
That about me. I mean, they literally are like, don't even say that word.
I still got the Yahoo email address like a hood nigga, but I still got the Yahoo. I ain't switched over, but no, I don't actually type Yahoo in my search bar and go there and look at anything. I learned damn near everything. Twitter or TikTok is the news. You don't need.
So, what made you leave Mississippi?
Oh, because it was just it was just a means to an end. It was just like, all right, cool, got it. Got what I need from here. Time to get the fuck on.
Your next step was back to Chicago?
My next step after I left Mississippi was I went back to Atlanta real quick, got my bearings, and then I started.
Or Georgia?
No, I went to Atlanta this time.
Okay.
I left them niggas in Georgia. I went to Atlanta.
Okay.
And then that's when I ended up doing like little cameos on I did Single Ladies. I did The Game. I did like a couple commercials down there in Atlanta. I did a Tyler Perry movie, Meet the Browns, down there in Atlanta. Stayed there for a minute. And then when I got tired of Atlanta again, I went back to Chicago.
Okay.
Then that's when I got like Empire and Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, all of that shit. A couple more other movies. And then, then I was like, okay, after I felt like I did everything in Chicago, I was like, bro, I gotta go to LA. I'm tired of these niggas only picking me for some shit that's 1 episode, 2 episodes.
And then like, and you're living off the money. Are you able to live
Nah,
off the money?
nah, hell no. Like, bro, I done did everything from I done scammed, I done sold weed, I done drove dope across. I done, I did everything to try to make money. And even when I came to LA,
while you were still acting,
while I was
so it
still
wasn't
acting,
enough to like suffice, or was it that it was enough to suffice and you weren't managing your money well?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't enough to suffice, because at this time when all of that was happening, I wasn't even smart enough or knew better. Because when you know better, you do better. I didn't know better to have like an LLC S corp, and I always said that because this was then, and I always said that I was never gonna try to play that game unless I was a series regular. Because if not, what's the point? What's the point of trying to cut corners if they only paying you $3,000 anyway? Like, nigga, just let the taxes get taken out and go on about your business.
Now looking back, you said would you have done the S corp sooner or the LLC sooner?
No, I wouldn't have, but I probably would have managed it a little better. But it wasn't much. Like during those days, during those days. Nah, I'm just getting little co-stars, a little guest star, a little something like that. You can't live off that.
Was it enough to keep you going and not quit? Or was there ever points where you thought about quitting?
No, I never thought about quitting. I thought like, God damn, what am I doing? A couple times. And that's when I said like that crisis kind of hit in, because at that time I'm like, I'm seeing everybody I went to high school with, them niggas, they went to college, they got degrees, they either had kids or they getting married or they bought a house. These niggas got cars, and mind you, nigga, I'm couch surfing, carless, suspended license, ain't got no money. Like I'm stealing out of Walgreens and stealing cigarettes out of gas stations and shit. I'm like, bro, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Y'all niggas is like starting a life.
All trying to pursue this one dream.
All because I want to be an actor and I'm just not trying to go get a job because I ain't never want to get stuck in it. So for me, that was what it was.
Did you ever get, I like to call it like high on your own supply in regards to like when you book a gig where you like, man, I'm the man. Like, you just
never
kept it even.
Yeah, no, never, bro.
You were like, that's not, the goal is the series regular or the bigger.
The goal until I got a series regular was to get a series regular, and now once I got a series regular, it's to get my own show or lead in a feature. Like it's gonna always keep going. But yeah, no, it was never enough to be like, oh, I'm the man. Like it was enough to show me, like it gave me those pieces. Like, all right, nigga, you're not crazy. You're not delusional. Like you really can do this shit. All right, cool.
And you had agents, I'm sure. Was there anyone in particular that was in your ear like, look, don't be looking at, because I think like this, and I was telling Mark behind the camera this, like it's hard, I think, even for me now when I see like, okay, this person has success or this is the genre that's getting the attention, is what I'm doing. Maybe this isn't the time or place. Maybe I should pause. Did you have someone when you were kind of possibly going through thoughts in your mind that was constantly like, do not quit? Like, and who was that person for you?
Oh, yeah. Bro, I had like pretty much all my friends was like that. And like, I've been like that my whole life because I think I've been acting for so long that I was the one, especially in Chicago, because Chicago is real like gang culture, So even when I was in high school, everybody used to like look at me and tell everybody else like, hey, bro, y'all leave Hardball the fuck alone, man. Like, he with us. Like, y'all couldn't nobody fuck with me. And I was like one of the only people I could be over here with this gang and then be over there with this gang and then be over there with the Mexican gang. And they all fuck with me because I'm the actor nigga. So it was like everybody kind of took on that responsibility. It's kind of like when there's a good basketball player or football player in the hood and the whole neighborhood is like, boy, you better get your ass, stop hanging with them. Go there. Go to practice. Go do this. So like for me, it was like a community thing. Everybody did that because they like, nigga, you from the hood. You in a movie. Bro, it was kind of sometimes felt like a double life. Like I'd be riding around in a car spicy as hell, 4-5 niggas that I probably shouldn't be in a car with. Niggas probably got guns and whatever else in the car, smoking, chilling. I get a phone call, it's my agent. I'm like, yo, nigga, shut the fuck up, turn this shit off, nigga, shut the fuck up, turn the fucking shit off, nigga. Hurry the fuck, boy, I'll beat your motherfucking ass. Hey, Amy, how are you? Yeah, no, everything's fine. Sorry. Hold on, let me roll the window up. Yeah. 3:30? 10 West Hubbard. Sure. Yeah, I'll be there. Okay, I'll check my email. I'm ready. All right, bye. All right, niggas. God damn, nigga, you play too motherfucking much.
Did they ever like mimic you? Because I feel like if I was in that car, I'd be like, Okay, Amy.
Yeah,
should
like
we
no,
get
no,
you
my
to your
niggas used to be on me.
destination?
Like, bro, the code switch was
like,
crazy. Like,
I was gonna say
then,
your little white person voice.
back then was
superb.
crazy.
Let me roll the window up.
Yeah. I was like, I'm
check
sorry,
my
I can't really hear you. I'm getting a bad signal. I think I'm
Yo,
in a bad area.
I see why you and your mom like prepared you for this, but like your switch up game is remarkable.
Yeah,
It is
it's crazy.
impressive.
And I wasn't even really trying there, nigga. Don't let me get
the way you did the switch up. You painted that scene and then literally answered that call like.
That shit used to happen so much. Like I'm talking about, bro, we listening to Gucci Mane, fucking whatever, riding in the middle, west side Chicago through the hoods. Agent call, turn this shit off. Shut the fuck up.
Now, when you deal with your agents, are you able to show all of you, or do you still have to be, white?
Well, now I'm so lucky. I got so lucky and so blessed. My manager, he's white and Jewish and dope, and he's one of my best friends.
Most,
and he's one of my best friends. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So like with him, I mean, there's still, I guess, certain things because I ain't stupid. Yeah. So there's still certain things that I just ain't gonna say to him. But I'm comfortable enough to say whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Like I text nigga to my white manager.
Really?
Yes.
I do that with my white family sometimes just to see how comfortable I can make them.
I do it all the time. Like I'll be like, no more nigga movies for me. That's what I tell them. I'm like, I did one nigga movie this year. That's enough. Like I can't do any more. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll say things like that to him. Like, and then my agent, I actually have a black agent. I'm with APA. Well, now they changed their name to IAG, but it was APA. They just changed their name. But my point person is a black man.
Oh, so
like me and that, we on the phone. Like I'm like, bro, don't fucking play with me, bro. Like that's how I'm talking to him. Like, bro, stop fucking playing with me, bro. Okay. Like that's how I talk to my agent at APA. Like, bro, don't play with me, bro.
Yeah. So do you feel like in the industry, when it comes to the black actors and actresses, do you feel like there's that group that they kind of rotate through, and then maybe if one falls out, then they slide? Like the opportunities are, I want to say, more limited, and kind of like this is the group that the industry supports, and if one of these guys mess up, maybe there'll be room to.
Oh yeah, for sure. I believe that's how it goes, but I also am kind of like, for as pessimistic as I am, I'm also kind of the same amount of optimistic. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense.
You actually don't come off pessimistic.
Pessimistic, yeah, a little bit. I kind of am, but I'm not.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I think you just try very hard to keep it even kill. It's almost like someone that doesn't want to get their hopes up to get it popped.
Exactly, and I've been let down so much. I've been on so many shows that got canceled or pilots that didn't get picked up, and I just chill now. Like it just is what it is. Until the ink dry, none of this shit is real. Okay. That's how I feel. So, what was your original question?
Damn. I don't remember.
I just forgot that quick. I just forgot.
But
the chili dogs threw me off.
The
glizzies.
Glizzies threw you off. Them glizzies was good. Damn, you should have never mentioned the glizzies, man. I'm gonna name your episode Glizzy Time.
No, we can't do that. I can't be a part of a Glizzy Time episode.
D.
I can't be a part
You really won't let me do it?
I can't be a part of it.
I can't say like
Glizzy Time episode is crazy.
Right, what about Glizzy Dog?
Nah,
I think that's way worse.
Nah, that's crazy. Being able to Google Kris D, Lofton, and Glizzy together and something pops up is crazy. I don't want that in my life right now.
Be like a good meme. Be a good meme. Just you go like this.
Oh, hell no.
But no, I was saying, I think what I was trying to find out is if there was is the way the industry works, is there like little.
That's what you said.
Like, is there smaller window opportunities for black?
I definitely feel like they got their I call them safe niggas. They got they token safe niggas, and I felt like that was always my thing. I always felt like I wasn't the safe nigga. Like I'm not the most handsome nigga with the dimples and the pretty pearly white teeth with no tattoos, no piercings and shit. Like I get it. I'm not the safest nigga. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I always use the example. My boy Mike B. Jordan is safe.
Yeah, I was gonna say sometimes there are some people, like there's a upper comer that shout out to Ron Taylor. Like no one really knows about him, but in the back of my mind, it sounds really messed up, but I'm like, he's that safe nigga that like he could get a lot of booked roles. Yes. Because there's unfortunately for black men, you have, the world has painted black men in such an image that I feel like when it comes to booking black men, you have your ones that look unsafe and the ones that look safe, and the ones that look. And when I say safe, it's literally like the stereotypical, imagine what a white person would be comfortable sitting at their table. That's what I mean when
safe.
I say safe. Not like, like unsafe would be, the black guy that you imagine with the white girl's daughter, and he's like, like I'm trying to get everyone that's not black to understand, but But I do feel like when I see a black guy in the industry pursuing acting or comedy or whatever, and I'm like, yo, that one could definitely book a lot of roles because he looks like safe. He's not gonna rob you.
He's safe. Got the pearly white teeth, dimples,
and then you get, and those guys, I feel like I don't know if they get booked more because they appear safe also off camera. Are they like more politically correct?
Yeah, I think it'd be all of that, but at the same time, sometimes they be good, but sometimes they don't. Like, so that's what I mean by I try not to be as pessimistic as optimistic, but it's like sometimes a lot of these people do get the jobs because they're just safer choices. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Safer choices off camera, you mean, or safe?
Both, even on camera, on screen, because a lot of times the casting director or the producer or the director or writer may want you, the unsafe nigga. They might want me. But the studio and the network who got assigned the check to provide the funds for this project is like, I don't know about and he's like not a household name either. So if you take two niggas who are not household names, make them even in that regard, but one is safe and one isn't, and you got to invest your money.
And it's based on the look safe, or is it based on the way they carry themselves safe?
I think it's a combination of both.
Like you're able to be like, hello, Amy.
Yeah, it's a combination of both because like I know like every time you testing for a role or you getting real close, they call it testing, you made it to that step of the audition process, my agents will always call me and they be like, hey, be careful whatever you're posting maybe on your story this week because, business affairs is they're looking.
That's how your manager talks?
Yeah. He's like, whatever. Hey, this week, we're close on that thing. So be careful what you're posting because business affairs already reached out and they're ironing out contracts. And that's when they be having like their securities department and team like scrubbing our social medias. Yeah. Like they scrub them shits. People think they don't. They scrub them shits when you up for these roles, bro. They scrubbing them. They definitely scrubbing them. So like that's what I mean.
Through there. And then, damn, that's got to make it hard for comics that are trying to get into comedy too. I mean, getting into acting because they probably put that stuff up that's like a little crazy.
Yeah, they scrubbing.
I'm half Jewish and half Jamaican, and when I started my first company, it was a magazine. Shout outs to Nick Cannon. We were partners for like 10 years. I remember my grandfather when I first moved from New York, he would always go to me, now Colleen, when you get out there, just whatever you do, don't speak that Ebonics. And like that was his thing. Like I'd be like, Grandpa, don't worry, like, I know how to turn it on and off, you know, like, I just talk like this to secretly make you all uncomfortable. Sometimes I get a high just from making them like uncomfortable.
That's what I always tell people. I say I'm smarter than I look. I just dress this way.
Yeah, but growing up in a black household, your parents are constantly preparing you for when you're getting hated on for no reason, constantly forgiving and, making sure that you're so above par that there's no room for error. And even when I work with clients, and I definitely try my hardest when I'm spending white people money to book more black people, I'm always like, y'all can't show up late because one, we're gonna look related, and they're gonna think I'm hugging up the homies,
right?
Which technically I am, right. But we don't have an opportunity. We don't have two chances. We only have one. So if you show up late or you look out of place or you smell a certain way, like that's it. All of a sudden, those white people are so uncomfortable. They're like, can you send this out to bid and get us some more options? And, you send your invoice over and it's like, well, is it really supposed to be this amount?
Exactly.
And so, I understand the gig, but I just remember, for years, my grandfather being so scared that when I wasn't with him, I was going to speak Ebonics. Far from it.
Real. For real.
But I get that game. But I was always curious, like, as far as an actor, like, that's got to be frustrating. I like the way I saw a clip of Gabrielle Union, like, how the black women in the industry kind of started sticking together. And they would be like, okay, cool, I turn down this role for this price. And they all started sticking together. And that brought their value up.
Yep.
Do the black men do the same?
I don't. I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know if they do that. But I feel like I got a like strong little band and team of brothers that I feel like when one rises, we lifting, you know?
Okay.
And I don't know as far as like they standing in solidarity as far as like they money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, my boy only making da-da-da-da, and he's making da-da-da-da-da. I think they would, and I know they do when they're on the same projects.
Okay,
like,
yeah.
I know they do. Like, if it's two black dudes and, yeah, I'm making this amount, but you only making this, they will.
Okay.
But I don't think they giving a damn, like, if you're doing your own movies and shows and I make this much, but you make that over there, because that's all subjective.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all relative.
Do you ever feel like you can fully be comfortable on sets, or do you still feel like you have to?
No.
Okay.
I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable on sets, but there's still, like I said, there's still just certain, it's a time and a place for everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's still certain shit I'm not going to do, certain shit I'm not going to say. Mm-hmm. Certain niggas can't come. No, you can't come on. Can't come on set.
I learned that at a very
you can't come on set. You're not coming in my trailer. No. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like just a dose of Kris is enough. They don't need the added extra invited niggas. Just one nigga enough. Let me, I'm cool. And I just feel like, I can be myself, but it's just still time and a place for everything. Certain shit I ain't gonna do.
Now, the first time you book your first series regular, take me back to the exact moment. Tell me the whole scene. Tell me the whole feeling, the thoughts leading up to when you booked it.
My first series regular, I won't forget it. I was at the Columbia Records building. Mm-hmm. They were having a party in the back or whatever, the Columbia Records building. I remember Migos was on stage performing, and my agent called to tell me that I booked that series regular, and I had to go to Vancouver for like 2 months to film the shit.
What was the name of it?
It was called, at the time, it was called The Mission. Mm-hmm. It was a cop show on ABC. I was playing a cop, me and Wood Harris. Like he was like playing my lieutenant sergeant.
I have a weird crush on him since I was like 12.
Yeah,
since I was a little girl.
I'm gonna show you a picture of me.
Weird crush. Like he doesn't even look like a guy you would have a weird crush on. But since I was like 9, I'd be like, "Yo, he's so hot," and I would be like, "What's wrong with you?"
Wood, that guy, man. Wood, my guy.
But I would be a little girl, like he's hot. Weird. But that's a random side note that nobody knows.
Yeah, that's it. I remember getting that call, and I took off running down Hollywood Boulevard. Mm-hmm. Like I got out the party because I couldn't hear. Mm-hmm. I'm like, wait, what'd you say? She was like, you did it, babe. You booked it, babe. I was like, Susan, stop fucking. That was my manager at the time, Susan Zachary. I was like, Susan, stop fucking playing with me, Susan. Stop playing with me. She was like, no, I'm not, babe. You booked it, babe. I'm so happy for you. You got it. You got it. Bro, I took off fucking darting down Hollywood Boulevard just crying, bro. That was the first series regular I booked. I'll never forget that. And
who was the first person you called after?
My mom.
Of course. Okay.
Yeah. My first person was my mama. Yeah, I ain't even had no girl at the time. First person was my mama. Yeah, that was definitely it. And then that was that, man. I'll never forget that day. Definitely. And I remember because it felt fitting because it was in Hollywood on the Walk of Fame. And I was like, bro, I'm at the Capitol Records building at an event, getting a call about. I was like, I felt like an actor in that moment. I was like, bro, I'm watching Migos perform at some private Spotify party. Get a phone call from my agent. 8, 9 o'clock at night, tell me I just booked a series regular on an ABC show and I got to move to Vancouver next week. I was like, I felt like a fucking actor. Like, it's only certain things that make me, it'd be certain moments where I felt like an actor. I think there's been 3 times in my life where I was like, nigga, I feel like an actor. And that was one of them. The other one was I booked that same show that I was in Vancouver doing. I was on Ballers at the time. So once Ballers found out that I booked a series regular and I wasn't a series regular on Ballers, I was just a recurring guest star. Then it was like HBO and ABC was having like a dick measuring contest about basically who owns my black ass. It was funny. It was like kind of cool to be a part of because they was calling each other back and forth like, oh, yeah, well, Kris is in Vancouver. Well, we need him in LA. And they were like, well, I'm like, bro, I'm not even in episode 5. And they were like, yeah, you are. Then they're going back rewriting shit. Now I'm in episode 5. I wasn't even in the episode. And then they're like, okay, you can have Kris, but you can't cut his hair because his hair belongs to us. Like, it was shit, like, these are real conversations.
Yeah.
They was like, you can't cut his hair belongs to us. So I remember I woke up in Vancouver shooting that pilot where I was a series regular.
That's hilarious.
I filmed for the day, and they came, as soon as I was done filming, They took me in a transpo van to the airport in Vancouver, flew me back to L.A. I landed in L.A. They picked me up from LAX in the transpo van, took me to Set of Ballers. I filmed one scene, and then they took me straight back to the airport in a transpo van to go back to Canada.
I would have felt legit.
I felt like an actor.
I felt like an actor. I was going to say, I would have been like, I am.
And yeah, I'm an actor. And then the last time I felt like a real actor, and I feel like this, can you really call yourself an actor if you never had sex at the Soho House? I just feel like, the
Soho House.
Soho House. You got to get freaky at the Soho House at least once if you really an actor.
Makes you.
I feel like
why is that?
It's just my thing. I can't speak for everybody else. I don't know
who
else feels this way.
Soho House. What's the Soho House?
You don't know what the Soho House? Bless your heart. See, you one of the good ones. You are one of the good ones. See,
what is Soho House?
Women like you deserve the world. You don't even know. You don't even know what highlight room is, do you?
Now you're making me feel.
No, that's great. These are good things. You don't know what it is.
No,
hold on, wait.
Stop.
You don't know what berries is, do you?
I'm gonna bring up glitz.
Do you know what berries is?
I'm gonna bring
the place. Yes. Oh my God, you're somebody's wife. You just need to go ahead and get married. Get the hell out of California.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
That's a great thing. You don't know what Soho House is. You don't know what berries is. That means you don't know what Habibi's is. You don't know what highlight room is. All the places where the hoes go, you don't know where it is, and that's great.
Oh, that's where the hoes go. You mean the hot girls?
I mean the hoes. Okay. Actually. Sometimes they hot hoes, but they hoes nonetheless.
Oh, are those like strip clubs?
No.
Okay. So I don't know where. I'm guessing these are either fly spots or whatever, but they're all in LA.
Yeah.
Damn, I must be living under a freaking rock.
Soho House is the vibe. That's the little members only. You know Soho House. You've heard it. You've had to have heard of that.
It sounds so familiar.
It's the little members only shit for entertainers. It's like a restaurant bar.
I'm not in. I am not in.
Yeah, no, the membership is
So just in case y'all thought I was cool or in, I'm officially not.
No, you crazy.
Now I'm gonna definitely Google Soho House. I'm gonna go to Soho House. I know I've heard it. I heard it a million. Oh, I gotta be a member. I gotta get a membership.
Or you have to be with somebody who is a member, and you can be their guest. But otherwise, you can't. You can't just walk in Soho House. It don't work like that.
Got it.
Yeah. But
put it on my bucket list.
I just feel like they got a nice little theater room in there with like the beds and shit that like lay down. And,
but wait, how are you able to have sex in there?
Hey, where there's a will, there's a way. I'm here to tell you that.
Oh, so that's why.
I'm here to tell you that's why I say you ain't really an actor. How deep are you in this actor shit if you ain't did that before?
Had sex in the Soho House.
In the Soho House, bro.
I'm going to.
And it's got to be the Beverly Hills one, or it don't count. If it ain't the WeHo one, it don't count.
Soho House. I feel like I'm.
It's the one. You know where? What's it? What steakhouse is that? Boa? Is that Boa?
Yeah, I know Boa.
It's in the building that Boa's in. It's right behind Boa.
I've never.
Where that parking garage and shit is. That with the little.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been in there.
That's where Soho House.
Wait, does it have a rooftop?
Yes.
I think I've been there.
Not a rooftop, but it's got a roof area. No, it's like
you have to go up. You know what? I've never been there. I'm not even gonna try and pretend. Okay.
Yeah, no, you just
busted. Okay.
Busted.
Okay. I ain't cool enough yet. But yet is the key word.
No, you good.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna have sex in the Soho House. I'll say that much. I don't think that will ever be on my bucket list.
I mean, you're not an actress, right?
No.
All right, then. So it was an actor thing.
What if I wanted to be an actress, though? Then you have to have sex in the Soho House to feel legit?
No.
As a woman?
No. As a woman, no, that's crazy. Okay. But I'm just saying, I get it. You don't have to have those aspirations. And I'm not telling other actors to have those aspirations. I'm just talking about for me because I'm a little crazy.
So you was legit after you had sex in the Soho House?
Not necessarily saying that I was legit, but in that moment, I really felt like an actor. And the reason why is because I just left set of Snowfall. Okay. Like we were just so happened to be filming right by Soho House. And then I was with my castmate and we like, damn, bro, we about to wrap early. I didn't think we was going to be done this early. And he was like, nigga, we close to Soho. You want to go to Soho House? And he was like, yeah, nigga. And he was like, man, I'm going to tell a couple hoes to pull up to Soho House. And I was like, this is beautiful. Let's go.
So, speaking of hoes, how are the ladies treating you? Not hoes.
Yeah.
How are the ladies treating you since your success, or is it the same as before? I doubt it.
But see, this is the thing though, and it's definitely different. It's definitely a little different, but at the same time, I was never the guy who had a problem getting like bad bitches. Like that ain't never been my issue. Because I've been like, not to toot the own horn, but I kind of been that nigga in every walk of life. Like, cause like I said, I lived so many different lives, and I was always kind of like the popular nigga. I'm not saying that I've been that nigga where I had money. I've been broke my whole life. But I've been that nigga because of it ain't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't on you, it's in you. You know what I'm saying?
I was talking to my little brother. My little brother gets crazy amount of DMs. I didn't even know girls really do that. I'm the type, like, the guy approaches me.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, well, maybe I like you. maybe I don't.
Yeah.
It's my choice.
Like, see, it ain't really coming like that. The DMs I get are crazy, but the only crazy DMs are from the undesirables. It's never the bad ones who gonna say some wild shit.
Okay.
It's the one I wouldn't touch anyway.
Okay.
Of course, she has the balls to say some wild shit because I would never.
I love
you know what I'm saying?
Confidence though.
Yeah, but I would never. So it's like good for you. But yeah, like nah. So to me, I just feel like because of the different walks of life, like I said, I did the star of the football baseball team. I was that guy. I was in the streets, and girls like that little hood
girls
dude.
is not it doesn't trip you up at all.
Nah. And I was in a relationship for 3.5 years. So the whole time I've been on Power, I was in a relationship. I'm just now getting single. So so nah.
Congratulations. Welcome to freedom land.
Right, nigga? Tell me about it.
I shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry.
Tell me about it.
Welcome to freedom.
Hey, nah, for
real.
real.
You feel like, you can
for real, that
walk
shit was,
around your place like,
man, like that's what I'm saying. I'm like, Jesus. Like what? Like I said, so the whole time I've been on Power, filming it on TV, everything, I've been in a relationship. This is my first time being single.
Okay.
And we on strike. So
we're on strike. Now, speaking of the strike, I just want to touch on it really briefly. How have you been dealing with that, and how has it been affecting you?
Dealing with it. Oh man, it's a never ending battle for sure. But I'm trying to just stay busy. That's why I'm over here. Was talking to you like a crazy person about your boyfriend can't cook. I'm like, oh yeah, and then I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do this.
Is that when you came up with it during the strike?
Oh yeah, during the strike. We've been on strike since April.
I love the idea. I'm like 100% like, let's do it.
Yeah.
I want in, coach.
Yeah, like that's what I like. So I've been doing shit like that and writing. I directed my homie's music video. I'm directing more. I'm writing more. I'm just trying to stay busy
and stay creative. And then are your pockets like hurting? Are you?
Oh hell yeah, them bitches are inexistent at this point.
They're literally talking about like actors going to get real jobs now.
Yeah.
Have you considered it?
Oh hell no.
Why?
This is not gonna happen. It ain't that deep.
Okay, so you're managing enough.
Luckily for me, number one, I said this when the strike happened. I said, oh, well, thank God I was only a nigga with my money and not a nigger with my money, huh? I only did some nigga things with my money. I ain't do I didn't act like a nigger with a strong R. I didn't do that.
You didn't like go balls to the wall.
Yeah, no. Like I wasn't buying Rolexes and bust downs. Like I bought this Rolex with Tesla options. See, niggas wouldn't think that. They would think Power did this. Like no, nigga. I sold a couple Tesla options and bought a Rolex.
Okay.
Like
you were moving. You were very good with your money.
Yeah, like I didn't even buy a car, my nigga, because I was always like the whole time filming Power. I'm like, bro, which one of these scripts I'm gonna open and Jannard's dead? I'm like, so I was always like,
is that how it happens?
Yeah,
when they kill you off?
Yeah, you don't know.
You don't know?
They tell you like an episode before. Like if you die in episode 7, while you film in episode 6, they'll call you. Like, hey, such and such wants to meet with you. They're gonna be calling you. You're about to die next episode. Fuck. So I was just waiting on that. I lived my whole in that space. Ugh. So like, nigga, so I'm not spending money thinking like, bro, this might be the last one, bro. They probably gonna kill Jannard and they got me being the villain. I'm like, oh hell no. I'm probably gonna die. Let me save these checks.
So you save and invest, and then I'm guessing you live on a strict budget.
I'm cheap. I ain't gonna say I live on a strict budget because I do a lot of things that are not conducive of being cheap and frugal. I do.
Why do you say cheap? I hate that word.
I know a lot of people do.
It's more business smart.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
What's cheap?
It's
Give me an
cheap.
example.
Like
the Oscar Mayer example you gave. Like, well, you saved $3.
Like, exactly. That's cheap.
That's how you are.
Yes. Like I'm not buying it. Okay. And I don't give a damn if I got $300,000 in my account. I'm not buying that.
You're hilarious.
I'm not. But I will spend $200-$300 on weed every 2 days. I do stupid shit like that.
Okay, so
but I'm not.
You got the nigger, but not the nigger.
Exactly.
Got it.
You see what I'm saying? Like you get it now. Like
I 100% get it now.
Like I'm not buying. I've never bought a first class flight with my own money.
Really?
I don't do it. I refuse. Okay, yeah. I don't mind, nigga. I don't mind being a nigga in 17C. That's okay with me because I know when I get off this plane, I guarantee about 85% of you niggas on this plane are not about to have the time I'm going to have when I get off. I'm going to see you same niggas who sitting in seat 2A, standing in line at Dre's, can't get in while I'm walking in.
You're hilarious. Okay.
Seat 18D just walking past 2A. Look at you.
Okay.
Trying to wave. Hey, isn't that the guy that we were on the plane with? Yeah, bitch. Yeah. Hey, 2A. I'm in here, though.
I'll tell you this. I have a 2-year-old. She's 2 years old.
Yeah.
And what I've learned in my short time of being a mom is that when you're under high stress situations, now I'm all about, if I travel with baby, it has to be the most comfortable situation because it makes my patience last.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, I can get that.
Like if she has something
Yeah,
goes
a little
wrong, I'm
tantrum.
like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm in comfort, you know?
Yeah,
But if
yeah.
I'm uncomfortable, it just heightens the situation. So now I'm like, AMX, Delta, points, like make
Yeah.
sure that if she is with me,
Yeah.
comfort is the key.
See?
And I used to, even when I travel to like New York, I'm about to go there soon.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be like, okay, who am I staying with? Whose car can I borrow? Now I'm like, look, we're all adults. If you don't really like house guests, that's okay. I'd rather have a relationship with you than leave your enemy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like,
I get a hotel.
I'd rather sleep in comfort. It is worth peace. And now I'm like at the point where I used to be super cheap, and now I'm like, you know what? It's cheap, but it's also like peace of mind trumps cheap now.
Yeah, no, definite peace of mind. So I'll pay to have a peace of mind, but it's just certain shit I'm just not gonna do. And then I've been spoiled by so much, like, people buy my flights. I'm not. I can't imagine spending my own money on that shit. Like, are you? Whoa! Like, like no. Like, so you're not booking this for me? Like, you need me to? I gotta do this.
I gotta pay for this.
Yeah, like I'm not like no, I don't do that.
I get that.
That's why I don't buy bottle service, because it's like I get paid to go to the club, thousands of dollars. So it's like, you want me to wait in line and give you money and pay for a bottle?
I get that.
And take my hat off? Like, no, nigga, I walk through the back and y'all give me $5,000 to $10,000 just for being here. Like, no.
I understand.
I can't imagine. Like, it's like, yeah. So, like, I don't fuck with none of that.
I understand. There was a point where Chipotle sponsored my magazine for like years, and I would get like free Chipotle cards and like stacks of them. They were like little baseball cards. I give them out on tour, but of course, all the friends, I'd be like, yo, stack for you.
Yeah.
Stack for you. And then when those cards eventually ran out, nobody, when I say none of my friends could ever go to Chipotle again, because they were like, we've been eating Chipotle for 5 years straight. You think we ever gonna buy a burrito ever again? And they were like, we can never.
I can never buy that shit. That shit free, bro. Like, that's
shit was free.
That's what fucked me up with. That's why I think that was the hardest thing to get out of. Like, when I used to be around all my scammer friends back in Chicago, it was so hard to get back to a life where things actually costed money or your money. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Jesus, like, nigga, how much are groceries? I was like, nigga, I'm damn if to call you again, bro. Can you swipe for this? Like, swipe for this shit, please. Like, you know, like,
I get it.
I forgot how much food costs because I was so used to getting in Ubers for free and getting like groceries delivered on Instacart and all this shit used to be free back in the day when I was with my scammer friends and realizing how much this shit costs when you're using your own money. It's like, Jesus.
For real. First of all, every time I go to the grocery store, I be flabbergasted. I promise you, I spend almost $1,000 a month on groceries. Now, I will say this. I do try to avoid everything that has like hormones or that I don't really trust anymore.
You one of those. So that's why your shit costs $1,000. So let's tell the truth here. Let's bring it back.
First of all, I shop at Costco too. Okay,
so
exactly.
Give me kudos there. Let's dial it back.
I buy in bulk, and I cook 99% of my meals. So for all your Ubers, and I know you ain't judging. You spend $200 to $300 on weed.
Yeah, every 2 days.
Oh, that's crazy.
I smoke an ounce of weed every 2 days.
I don't know what an ounce of weed looks like, but
28 grams.
I don't know. You speaking in mathematical terms.
28.6 grams to be exact.
Again, I would never know what that looks like. Is that like the oregano, the Italian seasoning container? Is that
it actually looks more like this. No,
I was just playing. My God. You are like the greatest homie to be like trapped in a box with. I promise you, no matter where you are, I'm sure your friends absolutely love spending time with you. You are literally fun. You are fun. This is probably one of the most fun episodes I've ever had. You are literally like homie from around the way fun. Like, man, I could see someone being broke with you and be like, yeah,
I fuck with this nigga.
Put that.
Shut up. Yo. You finna say it.
Let's take those glizzies. Let's put the glizzy in the mouth.
I knew you was finna say glizzy. That's why you couldn't remember the word.
Yeah, I wanted to say, put that glizzy in the mouth, man.
Yeah, nah.
But
pause. It's crazy, y'all.
But how can our listeners and fans keep up with you and just everything you have going on?
Man, they can keep up with me at Kris D Lofton on Instagram. It's Kris with a K. None of that CH shit. I don't do that.
None of that shit.
None of that CH
K-R-I-S.
shit. Yes, K-R-I-S.
Almost like crisscross back in the day.
Yeah, exactly, literally. You know? So yeah, Kris D Lofton on Instagram, real Kris D Lofton on Twitter. Somebody hacked me, so I had to throw I'm one of the niggas who had to throw the real in front of there.
Yo, I promise you, I don't really mess with Twitter. I know we have Twitter, but I'm going to go in there. I think I can. I honestly I'm gonna try and find you on Twitter. I actually don't know if I have.
You see, you have to be on Black Twitter though. I'm gonna make sure you get.
There's a Black Twitter.
It's not literally a thing, but if you follow the right people, you are now on the dark side of Twitter, which we refer to as Black Twitter.
What? I want to be on Black Twitter.
What I'm saying, G. It's a vibe.
It's gotta be lit.
It's a vibe. Like Twitter is the place where like when people start sending you memes and shit to your phone on Instagram and all that, and you be like, oh, nigga, I saw this 3 days ago because it's on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like Instagram, they get the shit last.
Oh, I didn't know
that shit hit Twitter first. Like if you on Twitter, you probably knew about the shit everybody's talking about on Thursday. We knew about this shit on Monday.
I just want to get you eating a glitz on Black Twitter. If I get that viral on Black Twitter, and
it'll be good for you. It'll be good for this.
It'll be great.
It'll be good for this. It'll be good for this. I will give you that. It'll be good for this, bad for me.
Why is it gonna be bad? You just get it roasted for a little bit. You can handle roasting.
Oh yeah,
just
I don't care about
your weed intake.
So I know you don't watch my show because all I do is get roasted. I'm on heroin this whole season. So I get roasted every episode.
Really?
Oh yeah, they talk about me, and I got a fake ass cauliflower ear, so I get roasted for being ugly and being on drugs, and I look dirty. I couldn't even get a haircut this season because I'm on real drugs. Like I look fucked up on TV. But I know I look good in real life. That's TV, baby. That's TV, baby.
You look okay in real life.
That's TV, baby.
Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of Eating While Broke. You can check out these glitz. Why am I spacing? Glizz dogs. Am I saying it wrong?
I'm not helping you.
Help me.
I'm not helping you.
Anyways, if you don't help me, I'm going to name the episode Kris D Lofton Glitz Dogs.
That's wrong. So then it wasn't
It's okay. I am going to go back in footage and pull it. Glizzy. Oh, you scared. You scared of me. Yo, okay. Check out Kris D Lofton's Glizzy Dogs on another episode of Eating While Broke. Peace out.